YouTube, what up? Welcome back to another Pounds 978 custom video. And right now I want to talk to you guys about the Antagonist Iron Spider. I'm pretty sure not many of you are familiar with the Antagonist Iron Spider or the black version of the Iron Spider. And I wasn't either for a long time. I did make one a while ago, and that was the first time I was even put onto this figure, because before then all I thought was there was the Iron Spider, Peter Parker. Then I found out there's another Iron Spider whose name is Amadeus Chow, and that's from the cartoon. But nonetheless, there are different versions of the Iron Spider, and this one happens to be Miles Morales' uncle, aka the Prowler, aka Aaron Davis. So this is Aaron Davis wearing the Iron Spider suit. Apparently he bought one in the black market, some old Tony Stark gear, and spray painted it black and made it his own. Got an extra head in case you want to swap it. Originally, the head that's on the body now was sculpted for a Clash figure, the black version. And then I decided to just use it for the Iron Spider, because I thought at the time it just looked more like the one Hasbro's releasing with the sleek eyes. So I said, why not? The spider legs worked out great. If any of you guys remember where these legs come from, put it in the comment section and I'll pin your comment and tell everybody you're the man. But yeah, I bought the figure that these come from specifically for these legs because I knew I was going to make an Iron Spider. At the time, I didn't know I was going to make an Aaron Davis, but for me, I think it worked out pretty well. Another positive thing is that I didn't even have to paint the legs because they already came in this dull gold color. And coincidentally, the gold that I use happens to be that very same shade of dull gold. And that's Testors Model Masters acrylic. Well, not Model Masters, this was just Testors gold acrylic. And it matched perfectly. You can bend the legs in 3 points, you can twist them. They're connected to the Superior Octopus backpack. Again, they probably could be done better if you find a better way, but for me, I thought this worked out perfectly. I just sculpted over the original holes and ports and decided to make my own holes with a Dremel. And then, I didn't want to oversize them, but I sized them just enough where I can peg this right in there, and it's still tight enough where it supports its own weight when you turn the leg. And you can pose them around pretty effortlessly, honestly. They're not as intricate as the ones we're gonna get from Hasbro, so if you wanna wait to get the Iron Spider Hasbro's gonna release and use those legs, that I would probably recommend. But for what this is, it holds up. Connecting is as simple as pegging the holes to his back, just like the Superior Octopus. Once you got it, you can pose it any way you want. The legs don't have to be uniform in that 4 shape. You can always bend one to the left and bend the other one to the right for balance. Or the only thing you won't be able to do is that iconic comic pose where the 4 legs are on the Captain America shield. If you guys know what I'm talking about, you true collectors and comic book nerds know exactly what I'm talking about. But you won't be able to do that with this because the legs aren't long enough. But I think for what it is, it looks pretty decent and would look great on the shelf alongside a Superior Octopus. This was built with the Superior Octopus body, so for the most part, you won't have any rub on the legs, but the arms are taken care of. Everything's been sanded and trimmed away to where you can move the figure in any pose you want, like your standard Marvel Legends. And that is the goal always. It's not just the paint and deco, it's to make sure you're able to move the action figure around. I get people who email me sometimes and say, hey, will you be able to move the figure around? And I always tell them, you shouldn't be making customs if you can't make them posable, at the very least. And I don't know if that sounds rude, but I'm just being honest. Like, the goal is to be able to handle these things. And here's the other head swap if you want to see that really quick. This was the first head I made before I made the other one. But again, you shouldn't, I mean, I don't want to say you shouldn't make them, but you shouldn't sell customs if you're not able to pose them. Let's compare them to another Marvel Legends. This is also a custom, kind of a modification. I decided to paint the Gamerverse Miles Morales into the gold version, which is the Uptown Pride. And I think it looks cool. You see the colors are different. This gold has a little more yellow in it, so it seems brighter. The legs are strong enough to hold up if you have something to hold it up. Not that you want to, but I'm just showing you they're not flimsy. You could pose like this if you want. Not a cool pose, but something different. And these are the spider legs.
With this being his widest stance possible, still with both feet flat on the floor.
And that's why we love Glenn Webb. Rest in peace, buddy. You could also put him on a stand. Looks great if you got some dynamic posing skills. For sure it'll look good. Or you can get another stand and punch Miles right in the face, because he would be fighting his nephew. Here he is with some bad guys. Would be cool to see him come out with his own version of the Sinister Six. I forgot what they were called. They weren't quite the Sinister Six, but they were versions of Sandman and Green Goblin and Dot and a couple other characters. Here's my Spider shelf, of course. Love it. Need more. But he would look nice if you decided to take the legs off and put him on the shelf, or even have him up front with the legs out. That looks cool. But this is it. This is my Aaron Davis 2.0, because this is the second version. But I like this one a lot. I think it's almost better than the first one. The first one had Shapewear legs. But let me know what you think about this one and the old one if you've seen it. I appreciate the love. Feel free to give me a thumbs up if you liked the video, and subscribe for more content. Pass the video around to your friends because it helps. Peace.
But if you choose to subscribe, you the man. Yes, you. Everyone below in the comments, yes, you too. Thank you very much for showing me love. Who knew? It's ironic how we think out the box for you too, right?